This material is made available to you by or on behalf of the University of Melbourne under Section 113P of the Copyright Act 1968. It may be subject to copyright. For more information, visit the University Copyright website.
We live in a rapidly changing world. The spread of technology has been so fast that those living 2 or 3 generations ago would look at the device you carry in your pocket like it was something from an alien world. Three generations ago, going to university was also something that was available to only the most privileged few young people, mostly from the richest families. Today, in countries like Australia, the number of young people going to university is heading towards half. You'll also share your university classes with students from many different parts of the world. Some of the changes we are living through are amazing. They make our lives better. But we also live in a world where a virus can shut down the global economy in an instant. Where the number of displaced people and refugees today is the highest it's been since the end of the Second World War. There are more people in prison now than ever before in history. And we have returned to levels of economic inequality unseen since the 1800s. So many are still barred from pursuing the education they need. And in some ways, building a career and getting a good start in life feels as hard for today's young people as it has ever been. Sociologists want to know how the types of societies we live in allow us to do certain things and to be certain types of people. They want to know how the societies we live in came to be and how they are changing into the future. Sociologists ask who wins and who loses from how we organise our lives together. The German sociologist Ulrich Beck argues that our world is changing so fast it can feel out of control. The world has become so complex that the idea of a power in which everything comes together and can be controlled in a centralised way is now erroneous. What kind of people can we be in our out-of-control world? Sociology developed during an earlier period of rapid change. Changes so significant, they are called revolutionary. People were grappling with the consequences of the scientific revolution, political revolutions, and the industrial revolution. Sociologists said that these changes together had created a new type of social form. They called it modernity. Today, one of the main topics sociologists study is globalisation, the way our lives are ever more connected across countries. When sociology was developing, the leading scholars were part of societies that were at the centre, Eurocentrism, of an earlier set of global connections with devastating consequences, called colonialism, the subjugation of one people to another. This part of the story of modernity was often left out. Contemporary sociologists are grappling with how to understand our global connections when the discipline developed in a narrow, almost parochial way, largely in one part of the world. The Indian sociologist Sujata Patel suggests that Eurocentrism is not merely represented in sociological theories and methods, but is also enmeshed in practices and sites that administer and govern sociological knowledge, such as journals and curricula. Increasingly, sociologists are trying to understand the big questions: our relationship to nature and to each other, how our societies have changed, and how inequalities have been created, and how they can be overcome, using tools from people working across different traditions across the globe. To understand continuity and change, and what it means for the lives different people are able to live today, sociology needs to revisit power imbalances that have existed for centuries, to explore their continuity and remaking across the globe.